What's up everyone, and welcome back to the Driver's Apex. And in today's video, well, for one, we're filming on the GoPro 12. Secondly, we've got the DJI mic, but most importantly, we're replacing this trim. It's the last set of trim that needs to be replaced in the E46 M3. The A and the B have been done already. Now we're on to the C, so let's get it done. All right, so when replacing this C-pillar trim, and I think I'm gonna have to have the window tent redone in the rear, which kind of sucks. I'm not too happy about that. I bought a new one of these clips here, but this is what I do. It's just try to simplify things as much as possible. Pull this out. This kind of gets moved to the side. Now the big thing here, or the most difficult thing, is removing this. So what I have found is you need to get in here. I'm trying to remember exactly. There's like two clips. And you gotta get in there and just lightly remove. It's always tricky on camera, because if you're doing it off camera, it'd be out already. But since you're doing it on camera, it's gonna be a little more difficult. But yeah, these are the clips I was talking about. There's a clip here and a clip there. So that's why I try to unclip as much as possible in that particular area. And then we just want to disconnect it. Okay, so that's disconnected. Now what we need are a couple of things here. So we just need, I think it's like a T25 or a T30, something like that. I should have had that already, shame on me. So let me get that real quick. So we've got a T25, I've got one here on a 1/4-inch ratchet. We're gonna get this unscrewed. Yeah, it was either a T25 or a T30, but the T30 definitely looked too big. So a T25 it is. That's your screw. I just used the rear ashtray to put all of my tools and stuff in. That way we're not losing things. Now the clips have already been broken, unfortunately, I think, on this car. So there's two right there. There's only two. And then we just kind of unfurl the trim there. But yeah, you can see, I've tried regluing it before. There's a lot of like fabric pulling, stuff like that. And the problem is with glue, is if you put it on too heavy, you get these little white spots. But it's kind of faded already. So now it's time to replace it with the other piece. So let's put that in the front seat. We'll keep the camera rolling because I have the other piece just on some roof. Okay. Now, this goes back in the same orientation. Now what we might want to do, I really would like to wrap that. Actually, I might wrap that because you can see how they're all undone. I'm gonna wrap this real quick. I think that's the right thing to do. And then what I'm gonna also do is I'm gonna get like a trim tool, because we're gonna lift this lip up a little bit to slide it in. All right, so I've got my pick tool, and then I've got some electrical tape. Thank goodness it's a little bit lighter out now. It's stopped raining. That is nice. Instead it stopped raining. I'm not used to a lot of rain out here, but it is nice when it does rain. So let's do this. Let's start here. Just kind of wrap that. This just makes it easier, I think. When we're removing the C-pillar trim, because I'm probably gonna have to remove it again to have the window tint fixed. It's probably something I'll have addressed somewhat soon. Kind of frustrating. I don't know if you can hear, yeah, it's like separating right there. It's a little annoying, but it is what it is. I'm not upset or anything. I also understand that I live in like one of the hottest places in Arizona, but also like in the country. It's just hot, but the tent's not even a year old, so we got to get that addressed. Okay. So let's do the middle section next. But I think you guys would agree, it's like, look, let's just get this part done here. It makes sense. at least just tighten up these wires. Okay, so that makes it a little bit easier when we're removing, because I was like, man, this is kind of weird feeling. Okay, let's put the scissors away. That's the last thing I need is to cut the leather. Okay, so let's get our C trim. And then I've also got, where did I put it? There it is. Okay, let's use that right there. So let's just slide this in here. It's a little trickier with a GoPro. Wow, I'm not used to this. Because it's like right in my face. And I'm trying to bring in a different perspective so you'll see an additional perspective and kind of like what I'm talking about. Okay, so that kind of sits in there. And then right over here, it's hard to see, but we've got our window seal right here. What we want to do is just pull that up so that we can slide it in. And we want to do this, of course, without damaging the new $150 piece of trim that we just bought, but also do this without damaging the window sill as well. And then it's got to go down a little bit, just slightly. And I'm trying to still get used to wearing glasses. I'm not used to wearing glasses, and it's like there's something in the way, and there kind of is. It's called glasses. I really don't want to have to pull this back out again, but it's okay. We'll deal with it. It's life, no big deal. Okay. I suppose I could pop the windows out. So if I were doing this, and I've done this a lot before, like this is not the first or the second, or maybe even the third time of doing this. So I've done it quite a few times. Okay, so that's in there. And we just gotta seat this now in there. And I like kind of this 45-degree angle one, because that's one of the big things here, is just getting it into, there we go. Could be my clips are just barely off centered, because everything is good to go, just about. And then I don't know where I put the other one at, but that's one click we heard, so we need to hear another click. But what we can do as well, and everything somehow is always more difficult on camera, just the way it is. Like if you're doing this off camera, it's probably not as bad. That's kind of my experience creating content. And sometimes you look like a dummy, but then if you do it off camera, you're like, oh, that actually wasn't that bad. What was so difficult? But that's just content creator life. We've got our other one here. So I just, oh no, it's powering off, but that's okay. We have a backup. GoPro, you failed us. There we go. Okay, cool. At least we have it filming over here for that final part, so that's good. Okay. That does look so much better. I think that's the biggest frustration with these cars is, you know, the cars start to really age and look kind of bad. And I get it. It's almost 2024. Holy cow. Yeah, it's almost 2024. And some of the trim can look a little rough. I would love to do this rear parcel at some point because it's kind of purpley looking. kind of looks bad. And then all we need to now do is just reattach the light. Okay, come back, come back, come back. Wow, it was really in there, good. Okay. It's, guys, I'm telling you, I'm really trying to get used to wearing glasses. My goodness. Okay, good. So that's done. All right, guys, so we're back again to the other one. So let's work on getting this one done. Okay. It's not too difficult to pull out, but the first time it is going to feel a little scary or kind of difficult. Get it? Been there, done that. Again, we're going to remove these pieces, and that actually does have the pin in it. So that's why I use this pick. I think a pick works really well, especially an L-shaped one. We should just push down, and then we can pull it out. These probably need to be replaced as well at some point because they look a little crusty. And I think a lot of it has to do with just that BMW soft texture stuff. It's kind of ick. And this one seems to be missing the ring. Let's see here. That's strange. I know my big old head and stuff's in the way, guys. I get it. Yeah, that's strange. Alright, well, we're gonna have to remedy that at some point. Nope. There we go. Alright, so that's off. And then we know, again, RT25. Put it in the opposite direction. Let's get that removed. And then you'll see where this one was damaged. Just the person installing the tent, I guess, didn't quite know and damaged it. But it wasn't the end of the world because I was going to buy new anyway, so it wasn't the end of the world. So I always kind of pull from here because that's where your two clips are and that's where it's strongest. But yeah, you can see where it was broken. And so kind of a bummer, not the end of the world. It is what it is. Let's see if we can get this out. Oh wow, that's a loud dog. Like really loud. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Okay, that's off. Now with the new trim, I already installed new clips just in case, because you never know if you're going to break them. It is a possibility. Let's add a little tape there as well. I think that's just good insurance. It makes sense. We don't need a lot. Still trying to get used to this wireless mic. It's kind of flopped in the opposite direction. Hopefully it is picking up some decent audio. Okay. So let's just go here. And just tighten it up there. And then same thing, let's add a piece over there as well. I think that's just a good idea. Because I'm probably going to be pulling this off again in a few months. And because I want to make sure it's a little bit easier. And I think you guys know on my channel, if I'm going to have it apart or if I'm going to do something, the goal is always to try to put it back better. I never try to put things back in equal or worse condition. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'd rather just knock it out, get it taken care of, do it right, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. So now we can install the new piece. And again, we'll need to use our trim tool. And we want to be careful back here because you can't see it on camera, but it will make sense to you once you're working on the car that there are these little spots that make sense, kind of like where you're going to clip the bottom of the panel in. So you just want to take care with that. We don't want to force anything either. So let's make sure we can seat the trim into the window seal. Yeah, I probably would not remove, but pop the window out a little bit. I think it would help. You don't have to, as you can kind of see. And the light just took a dump all of a sudden. It looks dark and rainy again. Kind of doesn't know what it wants to do. All right, so I think we're in a spot where we can start pushing. And we know we have another piece. Should be, there we go, right there. Okay, good. See guys, this goes really quick. You can knock it out. I'd say if you have 30 minutes, you want to get this done, you legitimately can get it knocked out. So that's the neat part about this job, is it doesn't take that much time. It was nice when there was some sunlight. Now it's cloudy again. Yuck. Okay, let's get this installed. And I know the GoPro doesn't do it that great when it's dark, so we're probably going to see some noise, stuff like that in the video. But it's a really quick, easy video. And more importantly, I just wanted to share with everyone what I'm doing. Yes, it is raining again. My gosh, it is really raining. We're well over an inch just in like a day or so, which is pretty impressive for Tucson. So I just like to make sure that it's in really nice. And then you don't have to go full ham on this. You probably can hear the rain. So I've got to figure out what this mic, like how to do a better job of positioning it like that. Because I don't want the mic hanging down, and that's kind of what it's doing. Oh, that was Jen. Okay, that might work better. I heard that car go by, and then I heard, whoa, and I was like, is someone screaming at me or something?
No, I was saying whoa to the rain.
Yeah, I was telling the camera, we've really been getting a lot of rain. Thankfully, we need it. And I had good light not too long ago because the sun was full shine. And now, guys, she just bounced on me. I was talking to her. Well, maybe she didn't realize. Okay, cool. And then just kind of observing the headliner back here. Okay. There's a little bit of foam there. It should bounce back. Just kind of observing, taking a look, stuff like that. But this looks so much better. Let me see if I can show you guys. Oh, wow, that light does suck, guys. And I don't have a light with me right now, but it looks a lot better. Yeah, you can see the difference here. Look at that. You can see it fades over time. It just looks really old. But yeah, that's really what we're dealing with. It's just the buckling of the fabric. And I think that makes a big difference. Just makes the car look more presentable. So we're slowly working on the aesthetics of the car, just making it look like a medium-ish mileage, right? Like 70,000 miles, right? Just making it look better. All right, guys, so this job is done. I had to close the door. It's absolutely raining. I don't know why they say cats and dogs, but it's literally raining so much outside. It's splattering all over the car, so I had to shut the door. This job's done. It doesn't take a lot of time. It's like 30 minutes, something like that. I was hoping the light would be better. I probably should have brought a light in. I actually am really upset about that and sorry about that, but I was really excited to get this done. Hope you guys liked this video. If you do, hit the like button. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. All right, guys, I will see you in the next project.